Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market live stream here this morning. Happy Monday, happy new week, and hopefully everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. No, but seriously, hopefully everybody had a good happy Thanksgiving, had some good time off with the family, enjoyed the long weekend, and is ready to get back to making some money. That would be the main goal, okay? So we'll get started here in just a few minutes. Looks like YouTube is still not doing their job correctly this morning, so we're just kind of waiting on them to start sending out notifications before we get going. Excuse me. All right, good stuff. Here we are. All right, so we'll start here with Asln. If you're not familiar, this was the penny stock on Friday that had a nice run, beginning of the day. It also had a run, earlier in the week. So again, on Thursday it ran, Friday it ran, and then, of course, we're going into today. So again, something like this, we had a nice run this day, we had a nice run this day, and we faded all the way down, had a really awkward gap up this morning. This is where you start to question whether or not it's starting to run out of strength, which to me, I believe it is starting to run out of strength. It's the only decent kind of penny stocks we have this morning that has potential. Every other one you look at this morning is kind of questionable. So we will watch Asln right now for a long bias trade. Ideally, the only way I'm really going to want to get long is if we're over the pre-market high. That's pretty much it. I really wouldn't want to be long at like 705, 750 pre-market low. And the reason is because we've had 3 days where the stock has ran. We're on an aggressive gap up this morning. So we've already had great trading on this stock, and it's already given us so much that we really can't anticipate that it's going to continue to perform very, very good multiple days in a row. So now I'm starting to become more stingy with where I'd want to take a trade. I'm becoming less confident in the stock to make a move. That way I'll be more patient, I'll be more selective, and I'll be more stingy on how I'd want to trade it. So I wouldn't even consider trading long Asln unless we can be over 810 and hold over 810 today. Okay. CLVS, I do see CLVS. If you look at CLVS, it had a really big pullback on Friday. The price is now climbing all the way up pre-market to retest that high of Friday. If CLVS cannot break through Friday's high and close over Friday's high, I'd be short bias on it today, or red, or just betting it going down. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at Roku for sure. All right. Roku. So I've already traded Roku once today. I traded the bounce here, which really wasn't much of a bounce, but for what there was, I was able to make about 186 bucks. So it's trailing down now. It's to the price where I would start, well, I'm not going to because it's pre-market, but the price that we just reached, this 147 level, is generally the price where we're going to want to. This is the price where we'd want to be getting short below or staying long above. So in my personal opinion, if we look back all the way at Roku, I mean, not even my personal opinion, this is what it is. We have this long lower wick here from like 2 weeks ago. You can see that drop down to 147.25. That wick, that is the last thing kind of in the way of keeping Roku from just getting annihilated even more. So for me, it's pretty straightforward. If Roku can get below 147 attractively or in the right formation, I'd get short below the 147. If it can't, and it stays above 147, as it's doing right now, where it's starting to bounce, you can see it right now. People have already respected this level as a buy point so far. We're starting to see buyers coming on that candle and buyers on this candle here. So we already have buyers respecting the level. that's it. If we can stay above, great. If we start to break below, I'll be short. Okay. And I would probably remain short bias on Roku for the next couple, 3, 4, 5 days, right? Depending on how fast the move is, how long it takes for the move down to happen. But we could very well be in more of a corrective situation or corrective play with Roku right now. Okay. And just last week, I was like, well, we should be kind of short bias on it until we had the kind of reverse in momentum trying to break up. I'm like, well, should watch long bias as we're breaking out unless it kind of fails. And now that we failed, we've come all the way back down. So I'd be more on the bear side now after that corrective move we just had. Okay. Yep. All right. Roger, nice. Awesome. I'm glad to have you. Yeah, you're going to be running with Brandon in the Elites room and Dave. And then, of course, if you want to jump into our premium room, you have access to do that too. You can always come over and hang out with me in our room. But yeah, for those of you guys watching right now that don't already know, which the whole world would probably know, of course, we just had Black Friday. And of course, it's Cyber Monday. So we're running a sale. Pretty much one of the cheapest sales we've ever done. So again, if you want to just try out our premium room, kind of our private trading room, it's $5 for your first month. So you can come in, spend $5, check it out for a whole month. If you don't like it, you cancel, no hard feelings. And if you want to stay, then great. You'll be in at regular price. But right now you can pretty much test drive our trading room for $5 if anyone's interested. And I will have the coupon code posted in the description below at the end of the video, or just ask for it. Yes, this is live. Yes, sir, this is live. Robbie, the Nightbot thing is weird. I don't know. Let's see what it says. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever you do too many emojis and things like that, I gotta tweak it. It's like a preset thing. So, anyways, Roku on watch. Okay, good. Asln on watch. Another one to keep an eye on today is AMD. So, not that I think AMD is necessarily going to have a big move today. It could. Still think it might be a bit premature. But AMD, I believe we're going to see go through a corrective period too. So I'm on the short side of AMD for right now until pretty much unless AMD is over 39.50, unless it's getting back over 39.50, I'm completely short bias on it. That's what I would be, a short bias. So something that we noticed too, right? So from the big down day, we have this big move down, and of course we have some decent selling pressure. And then we kind of bounce a bit for the next 2 days, right? But then look what happens. All the selling pressure keeps increasing, right? Look at this, right? Look at this red candle, red volume bar, big, following green bar small. Next volume bar is red, very big, volume green bar small. Next volume bar is red, bigger than the previous 2 or 3 red volumes, and then the buying is extremely low. So this is telling us that the selling pressure is increasing going in this move, right? The buying pressure is slowing down and the selling pressure is increasing. Thus, I'd expect we're probably going to have kind of a downward correctional red move that brings us down towards 30, probably like 36, 35 over the next week or so, I believe. So again, I think we should be watching AMD short next couple days. Whether it moves today or not, very hard to tell, but we are starting to get there. You can see we resisted around 39.50 here. We closed below 39.50 here. We rejected 39.50 pre-market here. So again, if the price can't get back over 39.50 and hold over, I would stay short bias on it. It might even come up and over 39.50 today, and the bias completely switches immediately in the morning. Could very well happen. That's how quick trading can change. Yep, our chat room, our live trading room is available on mobile. Yeah, so the software that we use, you can download to your phone. So if you're in the car on the way to work and you want to listen in and just kind of hear our morning broadcast and all the things and plays that we're looking at for the day, you can do that on the way into work. You could do it while you're working out, you're at the gym. I mean, you could, yeah, exactly. So it's completely mobile, yes. All right, guys. So I'm gonna put the code in for the sale. So the code is 85%. Literally 85%. I'll put it in there. So you just go to the description below, follow the link that will take you to our website, and from there you can push that code in at checkout. Right? So sign up if you want to check us out. Don't. There's no pressure. I'm not going to sit here and sell you guys for too long. But it's 85% off, $5 first month, regular price there afterwards if you stay with us, and it's completely free to cancel. So that's kind of our Cyber Monday, Black Friday sale. Take advantage of it. So I just put the code in on the chat. Again, just copy and paste that in at checkout, and you're good to go. All right, so AMD, definitely think we should be more on the bear side in the coming days. All right. Let's take a look at, there was a couple that people asked about, Shopify and AKTX. I haven't seen Shopify in a while. That's why I'm willing and interested to look at it. Oh yeah, Shopify had a run over the past couple days. A couple people in our room traded. I would probably, yeah. I mean, the big move happened for you right here. So, you know, the only thing I could expect is that we go up to 350, 67s, which is a pretty big move. So at most, I would look for a long play up to 350 because that's the previous top here. But don't anticipate it to break. A lot of times what you'll see is you have this big move up and a lot of people jump in early shorting this top and they're wrong, and then they're going to get squeezed out up to the real resistance and then it's going to come down. So for now, I'd stay long bias up to 350. Once it gets to 350, then I'd be short-term short bias, and then long-term, or then long bias if it can get back over 350. So I'd be long bias now to 350, short bias once it hits 350 in the short term, and then long bias if it gets back up and over 350. I know that's a lot to take in, but pretty much now I'd just be long bias on it. I don't even really like the long on it. I just can't be short on that setup. So that's why I'd stay long. Let me take a look at AKTX. I didn't even notice this morning. That's interesting. Weird. Yeah, totally would have been on the watch list, but for some reason it hit any of my scanners. So let's first start by saying that this is a piece of shit stock. It's not good. It's not a good company. So if at any point you guys thought about investing in this, definitely don't. Not a great idea. But I'm not your financial advisor. But if you want to burn your cash flow and burn your capital, then buy it and hold it. But again, if you want to build your capital and not lose your money, don't buy it and don't hold it. Okay. So this is, now that we've determined this is only good for trading, that means if this thing wants to run, it'll have maybe a 1, 2 day, 3 day run at most. So you cannot hold the stock for more than 3 days without going red. Okay, if you buy it today and you hold for 4 or 5 days, you're going to end up red. Okay, so pretty much straightforward. This is not a long play for market open until the prices are at least getting over $3 and holding over $3 and then getting over 350. So we'll see how it trades. It's pretty much just going straight up. The more stocks go straight up pre-market, the less likely they are to pan out and actually work pre-market. So what I'd like to see from AKTX, for one, would just to stop moving. I would like to see it just kind of go and consolidate for the rest of the way up until market open. So if this could consolidate for the next, next 40, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, that would be great. Just go into a sideways consolidation, staying below $3. That would create a nice long leg up with a sideways flat consolidation bull flag. And then you could look for a long play out of the gates. But pretty much that's just it. You have to get a long over the pre-market high with the right formation. It's decent so far. I like it. It's worth watching. See what it's done, though, in the past. Yeah, so look at this. Has the potential to go crazy, right? I mean, everything's there. I mean, everything's here to have a nice move on the stock today. I mean, that's it. It's a decent formation, great volume, good news. Everything lines up. Definitely worth watching long bias for now. All right, we'll take a look at CGC real quick. Yeah, CGC, really nothing there, just in consolidation, so I'd just be on standby for right now, really not making any trades on that. Yeah, that's about it. Can't really do much with it. I wouldn't be getting long bias on CGC until it's up and over 1928 and holding over 1928 to, well, arguably 1928, arguably 1976 too. So kind of depends there, but yeah, CGC I just be on standby for right now. For those that are interested, I just put the coupon code in the chat, and it's called 85%. Again, all you got to do is follow the first link in the description. That takes you to their website. As soon as you go to the checkout page, copy and paste the coupon code, and you'll save like pretty much all the money. All right, what happened to TVIX? So if anybody's following TVIX or doesn't know, it's pretty straightforward here. You're going to see the prices up really big. You might have been thinking you got rich today, but you didn't. You got pump faked is what you got. It's called the reverse split. So whenever you see something like this jump up in the morning in the stock market, whatever it's a stock, it's a reverse split. So nonetheless, all that's happened is they've reduced the amount of shares available to purchase. So they've reduced the supply, increasing the price. Okay? They've taken away from the overall supply of that ETF. So there's less to go around, thus the share price increases. Yes, we are still long Twitter. I'll show you. I show you. Oop, or not. Yep, still long Twitter, only up about $60. Only, and again, I'm not taking a monster position right now, but yep, we're still in, still trading this, still long bias on it. Yep. John, I trade stocks, occasionally trade options, but most of the trading that I do is going to be stocks. And when you're in our premium trading room, that's generally what you're going to be seeing is stock trading. I don't think anything about Lulu. Lulu, great. If it goes up, great. If it goes down, great. Don't care. It has earnings coming up. Great. We'll find out what those earnings are like after the company reports. We never try to chase or never try to get in on stocks before earnings to play their earnings report move. It's pretty much a losing strategy, so we don't do that. Yeah, Mr. Mansour. Yep, Netflix is actually one of the main watches for today. For me too. Just haven't gone over it yet. It's slowly kind of, let's see. Yeah, it's slowly losing a little bit of its beauty that it looked good this morning. This is pretty straightforward. It's a long play if it can get over the previous tops for the past couple days. So computer's not loading. 1 second. So yeah, pretty much if Netflix can get up and over and through 316, it's a long. 317, it's a long. Other than that, standby. Right? So again, Netflix over 316, 317 areas, I'd be long by. So until it can do that, I wouldn't be trading it. Ken, yeah, ATVI, I looked at this morning, still not ready for me. It's premature. So far, it's been trending really nice past couple days, but until the stock is getting up back to the 57s into 58s and through, I just be on standby for myself. So I'll be long bias on ATVI once we're getting up and through the 56, 58 level. Whoa. I mean, be Mr. Back Soon. When do you feel comfortable using margin in your trading a career? I mean, it seems like a pretty straightforward question. Pretty much as soon as you think you're good enough, or not even think, as soon as you know you're winning, you're not losing, you're somewhat consistently winning, That's when using margin isn't even, there's nothing wrong with using margin in the first place. See, everybody has this negative outlook on margin because all the videos that they watch tell them, if you use margin, you're going to blow your account and you're going to lose everything you've ever had. It's like, yeah, that could definitely happen. Absolutely, that can happen. But you'd have to be a really, really big idiot to do so, right? So it's not that that's it. Margin doesn't blow up the trader. Traders blow up the trader. Traders blow up their account, not margin, right? What's it matter, right? If you have a, let's just say a $10,000 account, right? And for whatever reason, let's say you had like $100,000 in margin. So you could trade for like you could trade a total position of 110 grand, right? So 10,000 of it's yours, but you can trade a total of 110,000. So you're using $100K margin, $100,000 worth of margin. And you have no other money to your name, like that $10,000 is all the money to your name except for like maybe another $1,000 on your savings account. Yeah, you probably shouldn't use margin because you can't afford it. You just simply can't. You don't have enough money to your name. The individual you are doesn't have enough money to their name to use that sort of leverage. A different example. I have $10,000 of my own money in this account and I have $100,000 of margin to trade with. But I'm also a multimillionaire. So like, who gives a shit? That is completely fine. Over leverage your trading account because you have plenty of money. You're not blowing yourself up if you lose your $10,000. You still have multi-millions. So you could afford to have $100,000 of your own money in that account, but you've only put $10,000 in. So in reality, the $100,000 you're trading with is your money because you can afford it. Because if you wanted to, you could have $100,000 more in your account. That's when using leverage is fine. So leverage is fine to use depending on whether or not the person should be using it. Right? And it depends from person to person, situation to situation. Nope, the 85% is not good for the options. We have one for that. I'll type it out. So if you're really interested in our options and kind of our elite program, which also goes into some personal finance stuff, you'll use this one, elite. Yeah, so the gentleman asking about the options coupon, I just put it out there for you. I trade Netflix pretty much all the time. I mean, if you look at Netflix over the past couple days, it hasn't really been all that great to trade. So I pretty much just trade the things that I see the most value in for myself on those given days. Tesla really hasn't traded all that great the past couple days. NVAX, I haven't seen that stock in a long time. I'll take a look though. That's weird. I don't know why that. Oh, I see why it's not here. Yeah, that actually really interesting day on Friday. Yeah, I'd follow that long bias today. It's actually not. Yeah, I mean, I'd follow long bias just because it's up and over $5 right now. So as long as it can hold and stay above $5 at like the open, I think that could be a pretty decent long play actually. So yeah, worth watching. And again, on Friday, it just had like an insane amount of volume on the stock, like really good amount of volume. So yeah, I'd keep that on watch for a long play. Michigan's legalized weed for over the past year. It happened like last year, December. But it was going to take them like a year before they started selling it recreational. So I think yesterday was the first day that you could buy recreational marijuana. Only place you could buy it was in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So basically didn't help anybody that really wanted to purchase it around the state of Michigan. But again, that's how government works. They really aren't efficient. They're usually pretty slow, very inefficient. They usually waste a lot of money. But I guess it just is what it is. Yeah, getting a one-time break is pretty normal. Yeah, from TD Ameritrade in regards to what you said. Yep. So yeah, I mean, we've covered quite a bit today. Again, this is pretty much my watch list. All right, gonna watch Roku. Short bias below the 147 mark. Netflix would be long bias over like the 317 mark. AMD would be short bias for me if it can get below, if this loads, I don't remember the price. Yeah, so that held pretty good around 39.50. Yeah, so unless Netflix is, or sorry, AMD is really getting below like 39.01, that's where if it's starting to get below 39, excuse me, that's where I'd start really becoming like short bias. My overall bias is short, but like wanting to actually trigger a trade, it'd have to be more like the 39 level. Okay. So yeah, guys, all the coupon codes available right now are all good until the end of today. So pretty much at 12 midnight, all the coupon codes will no longer work. So again, I'll just type in the couple main ones for you guys. So if you want to use them, if not, feel free to log off. I'll be hopping off here in a second. But 85% is the one I just typed out. That one is for our premium day trading room, like our monthly subscription. You get to try it for $5, okay? The next one that's been a very popular one is 50 sale, which pretty much just gets you 50% off our day trading course or our premium trading group right now. So if you didn't want to do the free trial thing, you could just get 50% off right now by using 50 sale. And then anything regarding the elites options, swing trading, and personal finance classes and group and program, that would be starting with Elite 35 or Elite 400. So the last two that I'm putting out there can be applied to the Elites programs. The first one is Elite 35. That's towards monthly. All right, so you get off $35 per month from monthly. And then the other one is Elite 400, which takes off $400 from your yearly subscription to the Elites, okay? So just had to cover all those because, again, this is the last day, right? And I usually only see some of you guys on YouTube that are on YouTube, and you guys wouldn't know these coupons any other way other than me going over them. So there's all of them for you. That's all we have for you guys today. Everybody take care. Have a great day. I'll see you guys on the next stream or in a video later today, and I'll see you guys next one. Everybody take care. Have a great day.